Hello, welcome to this video looking at PowerPoint and specifically how to create an infographic in PowerPoint. An infographic can be a really powerful way to convey information, whether that's you to your learners or students using it as part of an assessment to demonstrate their knowledge of a particular topic. I really like it because they have to distill the information down to the essential pieces in order to convey that on an infographic. For those not familiar with the term infographic, it's a mixture of images and text. So first steps, we click on the Design tab, we go to Slide Size, and we go to Custom Slide Size. You can either use the drop down, you could choose your particular size. So we've got A3 piece of paper, A4, we've got various other defaults there. We're going to stick with Custom. So we've got a width of 11 inches is fine, but we want a height slightly bigger, so we can either use the up arrows or we could just click in the size we want. So we want it to be, that's actually going to be quicker just to type in, I think. So we want it portrait and we want a width of 11 and a height of 22. We want it to ensure it fits, and now we've got an infographic size there. We can then change the background. So solid colour, we click on the arrow, we can go to more colours. If you're not happy with the standard palette that's offered within, this is obviously the browser based version of Photoshop, and click more colours, and you can put in a specific hash code in there, hex code even, to choose your right colour. So I'm just going to drag that, maybe go for some sort of teal colour, a bit more greeny, and then you can just drag your spot to get the colour that you want. So that's going to be my background colour. When it comes to creating infographics, I like to keep a reasonably simple palette. You may want to add some interest in the background. So the next thing we want to go to is the Insert menu. And we go to Shapes. So we create a shape. We'll do again, Insert. Oh, I can see them on my preview, I just can't see them on my screen. I'm not sure why that is. Not sure what's happening here. Let's try once more. Well, as I say, it's showing them there, but I can't see them. So we're going to zoom out and see if I can work out what's going on here. There we are, it's just the view. So we can click on those, we can remove the outline, we can also change the colour. So we go to Recent and then click on that again and choose More Fill Colours. It starts us there and we can just make it slightly darker. So we'll drag it down a bit. So there we have it. So we're going to get rid of the other circles, and then what we can do is we can just alter the size of that one slightly. And I like to have some sort of interest in the background, so copy and paste. We'll make that slightly smaller, and we'll copy and paste that again. And we'll do the same again. And you get the idea. You could add more circles, so final time we can copy all of those together now. And then move them individually. So you could get the idea, and you can make those maybe slightly smaller. You'll notice that as you drag the handles on the circles, it will tell you when they're the same size. So copy and paste that again. and we can work our way down to provide us with a background of interest. We could do the same process again, holding the Shift key to make multiple selections, copying and then pasting, and then readjusting them. Same process, we can move them where we want them. If you double click, then obviously you can type into it, but we don't want to do that at this point because this is just our background pattern. And you could carry on populating that, making them smaller, and it just adds a bit of interest in the background. If you think that they are too dominant and they're standing out too much, you can hold the Shift key and you can select multiple circles, and you can, where is it? You can change the colour of them and make them a slightly different colour. So anyway, there are our background patterns. So the next thing is we want to add some information. Now I have to confess, when it comes to infographics, I tend to like the use of circles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert some more shapes. So go to Insert, and choose my shape. Make it slightly bigger. So that's going to be the centerpiece of my infographic. Again, I can choose the color of it. I can get rid of the outline, and then I can copy and paste, and then for my other components I want them to be slightly smaller. So I'll copy and paste again. So actually what we'll do is we'll try and have, and then we'll paste another one, and you see slowly building this up. I'm going to have a further one at the bottom and then one on the opposite side. So you could choose to make them symmetrical. You can see you've got the red guidelines appearing to help you with your alignment. Having done that, I then want to add some lines to join up the circles. So again, I can go back to the Insert menu. Oh, click on Shapes. Oh. And choose a rectangle. Now that's obviously not what I want, but I can use the handles on it to adjust its size. So when I'm happy I've got the width, which I am, I can again go to Shape Outline, make sure there's no outline. I go to Shape Fill, make it white, and then I can position that and then use the Adjust to spin it round. Looking at there, I think we can probably go slightly fatter with the line, and then I can copy and paste and rotate as I see fit, and we can start to build our infographic. So we'll just add the rest of those lines. And another one. And you can alter your design as you see fit. And then one final one. Having done that, we can then start to add some icons. Now PowerPoint has quite a large library of icons. You may not find all of what you need, but if you click on icon, you can search for a whole range. So our infographic could be to do with accessibility, so we may decide to include some elements. We can insert multiple ones at the same time and click Insert. We can then position them. We can use If we hold the Shift key and pick up a handle, we can scale. And then having selected it, if we right click on it and go to fill color, we can choose a color. And we can continue to do that. So we do the same with the hearing related one. Position it, hold the Shift key, stretch it out, and right click on it to change the fill color. And you could add, we can add some more icons, or just add a couple more just to show you. So again, insert menu, icons, select the ones you want to insert, and then drag and position those to where you need them. So we'll just finally repeat the process. So hold the Shift key to keep in proportion and pick one of the handles to drag it. Same thing, pick up one of the handles, use the Shift key to maintain the proportions. And what's nice about using the icons is that your students aren't having to go off and search for something on the internet to use. So again, we'll click on the drop down by the fill and make the colour green, and we'll do the same with the final icon. Right click and select the fill colour, and then we can insert text. So very straightforward, we can add a text box, and we can select our text, back to the design tab, the home tab, and we can alter the size of the font. And we can position our title. Again, we can right click and we can change the colour of the font. So you can see I've tried to keep the palette reasonably neutral. We've got white and a highlight colour in this teal colour and a darker colour there, which is the icons on the spots in the background. And you can build it up. Remember to make use of the arrange tab there to position stuff and move it backwards and forwards. And you just continue to build your infographic just like that. So first step was we went to the design tab, we chose the slide size. Having done that, and my suggestion is 11 by 22 inches. Having done that, we then use the insert shape to add our icons to break up the background, and these spots would appear throughout the whole thing. We added further shapes, so we used the rectangle shape and the circle to create our structure, and then we added in our labels. We could then put text underneath and we're ready to go. And slowly but surely you could build that up. And eventually you could end up with something such as this. So you can see my spot pattern in the background, my icons and my labels. So with the Office 365 one, I googled for 365, I then used Photoshop to turn it from being a JPEG into a PNG with a transparent background to enable me to add that. So there you have it, how to create an infographic using PowerPoint. I hope you found the video useful. Keep watching, keep subscribing, and join me again soon for more EdTech videos. Thanks, bye.